Hey everybody, welcome to another Star Wars action figure review. Next up for you today, I'm going to be giving you guys a look at another Return of the Jedi figure. Now this isn't a Jabba's Palace figure. I've been doing many of those recently, but this is Luke Skywalker. Now this is him in his Endor gear. You see right here, he lands on Endor. He has that famous chase with Leia throughout the forest. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the packaging. You have a very cool picture of Mark Hamill here, which I think is very cool. So this is the Saga collection, and he is number 44. It was pretty cool. On the back, you do have an Endor scene with C-3PO and Han right there in the back. And on the top, you do have a Star Wars logo and Return of the Jedi in the upper left-hand side. On the back, as always, for Saga collection figures, you do have one of these character profiles with a movie still. Sorry about the glare. It's right there. If you want to pause and take a quick read, you can. Do have a picture of the figure and was other figures in the wave. You can see right here. Which I do want to get Graga. And I do have that new version of Darth Vader in the vintage collection, which is a very cool figure, which I'll see if I get around to reviewing. Probably will. But yeah. Let's take a quick look at the figure. Now this figure is pretty cool, you know. This isn't the best, and technically they didn't come out with a newer version, but they did come out with a type of variant that you could replace, which I'll be talking about in a second. But yeah, let's just take a look at his accessories. Now, in my case, for this Luke Skywalker, I did get a Yoda hologram, and this time I got it in blue, which this is my third Yoda. So this further added to my speculation that these are just random. But oh well, you know, these are just extras. I don't really care about them too much. I really care about the figure. He does also come with his stand, which says Luke Skywalker, Return of the Jedi up top. He does come with his blaster pistol, with a working holster right here on the bottom. Which is pretty cool. Excuse me, which is pretty good. It has an alright sculpt. They've made updated versions that are far more superior, but this does have a little bit of paint application, so it is pretty nice, especially for the time. Yeah, and he does come with his lightsaber, which isn't the best. I mean, it does have the general shape of his lightsaber. They've come out with better versions, but it is pretty nice. Some good details, and the green is a nice color, so that's a plus. And he does come with his removable Endor helmet, which, whoops, it's sculpted on very well. It's done nice, though it's a bit too shiny, in my opinion. Like, the new Endor troopers have better helmets than this. They're not as glossy. They have a bit more detail, but this is nice. This isn't bad. So yeah, now let's talk about the figure. This figure is alright. I mean, I only got him for the poncho because, as I was saying earlier in my video, they didn't come out with an exact version of this figure, but they did come out with the deleted scenes Luke Skywalker, which is the same concept as this, and they also did come out with the Endor Capture Luke, which all you have to do is just pop off the belt, which is removable, which I'll be showing on later in the review. You just take the poncho off and put it on the other figures, so that's something to take note of. But yeah, this figure is pretty good. I mean, the head sculpt doesn't really look like Mark Hamill. At least for the time, it was pretty good, but they've come out with better versions. The hair is done nicely. I will give them that, though. Sometimes they do bad hair sculpts, but this one's pretty good. It's just the face, something off about it, but it does slightly resemble Mark Hamill, so it's not too much of a problem. He has some good detail on the belt. You know, some silvers right here in the brown. It is removable, as I said, which I'll be taking off now. See? It's held on by a peg. So what you do is you slot out the belt, see right here, and then you can take his poncho off. The poncho is a good, soft goods. The only problem I have here is the hood. It's a little bit bunched up, a little bit too much fabric, but it's not too bad because you can fold it on the bottom. But yeah, it does look like the movie, you know, with that camo effect. It was very nice. It's not too big either, so that's good. Yeah, now you get to look at the figure. You get to see what I was talking about. See, this is the exact same scene where you see him in Jabba's palace, and the deleted scenes. Luke does have this, so you could probably just swap them out. And the deleted scenes also did have a removable belt, so that's very cool. I have to be trying that soon. But yeah, this figure is alright, as I said. If you look at my figure from the heat exposure, he is missing some paint there. As you can see, it's like white. That's from holding his lightsaber. It's just peeled off. The sculpt is okay, though it does have a very glossy feel to it as well. And I don't know if they try making weathering or something, but there's something off about it. The camera makes it look really shiny. So, something to take note of. The boots are also done very, very shiny also, which is a bit weird. But the overall mold is pretty good. One thing to take note of, he does have a very hard time standing. I don't know if it's just my figure, but if you look at his legs, they're kind of like they're bending away from each other. So I'm not entirely sure. You know, it does stand, but you're gonna have a hard time with it. Alright, quick run through of articulation. It's not too good. He has a swivel neck, which I found very odd. But oh well. He has swivel shoulders, swivel elbows, swivel wrist, swivel waist, swivel hips, and ball hinge knees. No ankle articulation. And I must say, for his knees, the articulation is very tight. Now, most times it's good, but in this case it is kind of bad because you do feel like you're going to break his leg off, like you're going to break the joint. So you might want to be careful with that when you're bending him. But yeah, this figure is alright. I mean, it's good for the poncho, in my opinion. If you have newer versions of him, I suggest you just take the poncho off and put him somewhere else. But he himself does sit nicely in a speeder bike. So yeah, I do recommend this figure. It's not the best, but if you get him at a good price, I don't see why you wouldn't get him. Here's it right here. But yeah, I hope you found this review helpful. I will be doing another Saga collection figure after this, so stay tuned.